Scorpio. Welcome to your end of May 2022 general tarot reading. It's raining here. Gotta keep the faith. Gotta keep the faith. You're having a lot of change, and that's probably shaking you up. And you're not having, look at that. Look at that, baby. This is beautiful. That's not so beautiful, so let's pick another card. Yep. Well, that is. Okay. All right. All righty then. Okay. Five of Pentacles. To me, this is the illusion that fear can generate when you are concerned about the first chakra survival. So an example would be somebody loses their job and all of a sudden they think that their world is going to collapse. And when you get laid off or when your money is dwindling down, that's the time you have to really stand in your sovereignty, your power, because this can be that sense of fear-based or fear-based thinking, lack-based consciousness. Okay, and in the Rider-Waite deck that I have, they show like two people that are in rags and are kind of not looking at the stained glass window behind them, which kind of symbolizes this neglect of the spiritual because they're so immersed in the physical. And that you can't do that because you have to really integrate the higher self and receive messages from that. A lot of people are just focusing on the world to provide them with instructions, on life, and that's going to lead you down the wrong road. And another thing too that I think is going on, you're having this lunar eclipse in your sign, and that can shake up your life in general, Scorpio, and that can make you feel like you're on shaky ground. And then you just feel, so it doesn't even mean that with the Five of Pentacles that you are low on money, that you have lost your job. It doesn't have to mean that, but you can still feel that way. It doesn't matter the dollar amount in your bank account, you can still feel that way if you don't feel secure with your foundation for some reason. And that's really an inside job. That's not, based on something that you do on the outside. In the past position, the Fool card, definitely that change, kind of wiping that slate clean and taking it from there. And that for a fixed sign like Scorpio can be a little bit unnerving to have an eclipse in your sign, because it symbolizes change, and you may be like, I'm not ready to change. I don't want to change. You can't make me change. And kind of that resistance, when in fact, this can be something that can be really good for you, but you won't know unless you embrace it. And it's hard to embrace change because it feels very, it feels like very unformed, and it is unformed. And that's why the Fool is about embracing the open road, the blank slate, the unknown, and not fearing it. The higher message is the Temperance card, which is the angel that is living that balance between the spiritual and the material. 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. This card is connected to Sagittarius. The full moon in Sagittarius falls in your second house of earned income. And so if you've been worried about money, that might be a time when you start to see something coming in, maybe money that has been delayed. We do have that Mercury retrograde, and the full moon in Sagittarius is happening right as Mercury is poised to come out of its shadow. So there might be some timing issues with that Temperance card as well. What crosses you is the King of Wands. I look at this card as the embodiment of the highest level of sovereignty, where the person is confident when they do things. They're not operating from a second-guessing type of position, where they are boldly taking action and expecting success in their endeavors. They're not expecting or not fearing that something isn't going to happen. I think of this as the self-actualized human being. And when I read stories about people like this, they always are, first of all, I think a lot of them have highly developed intuition that allows them to do things that maybe on paper don't even seem like they're going to work out, and they always do, because they're very confident and they're not afraid. And I totally get why it might be difficult to be like that, because it's, that comfort zone it's called a comfort zone for a reason. And, the discomfort zone is outside of that. And we want, I think it's human nature to want something that we can control, that feels like we're in control, that's more predictable. And yet, where is the growth in that? You have a lot of fire energy here. And I even wonder if the King of Wands can be a Leo, because we have here coming in the Sun card, which is connected to Leo. And this is also coinciding, by the way. And when I do these readings, timing to me is really up in the air. But you are going to have your new moon in Leo on July 28th. And that is your 10th house of career, Scorpio. So that might be indicative of when things really start to pop for you, because the Sun card is success. It is abundance, joy, just about everything under the sun, pardon the pun. Children, what else? Creativity. And so I was really on this positive vibe, and then I said the outcome card, the Five of Swords. So, what could be happening here? Because here we have another 5, don't we? What does the number 5 represent? It represents Mercury. And Mercury represents communication, but it also represents things that are subject to change. So it's it's about instability. So the 5 of Pentacles can be instability in finances. The 5 of Swords can be instability in communication. Or if you look at this card, you see people in the background. This can be somebody who is gossiping, who is telling downright lies about you, and who is a deceptive person in general. Now, in terms of coming from the heels of the Sun card, it can be someone who is very jealous or envious of what you have. Okay? And this might be why the 5 of Pentacles exists, is because through lack consciousness, you have allowed people in your life, whether it's a partner, whether it is a group of friends, to you you might hang around people like this who rub off on you in a negative way. Leo is an extraordinarily positive sign. In general, fire energy tends to be very upbeat, cheerful, and expansive in their thoughts and their attitudes. But when you mix that in with, when you mix with people who have a lower vibration and are kind of like backbiters, or they're just into the poverty mindset, this can be very depressing to a fire sign like Leo. And so you have to, and also you should never be ashamed of your success. And so I picked an additional card and I got the Six of Wands. And this is associated with Leo as I understand it. And it's a card of taking a bow, success and being acknowledged by others. So it's sitting side by side with this backbiting card. And this is a great time to reflect on who is in your life and if they are adding value to your life or if they're trying to drag you down, Leo, because that Five of Pentacles is at the center of this. And sometimes when people are shifting, it like comes in waves, and the first thing, maybe your relationship is changing status. So you're just like little by little, and then you change your job, and as you're changing things, some people fall away and some people come into your life, and that's just how it works. If you're playing it right, if you're embracing change, that is. Okay, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.